everybody to Chris over Dixieland Farm, and sorry that I'm in standard definition here, but I wanted to make sure I had enough time to upload this for Memphis Vinyl Gym and Mrs. Contest, Show Us Your Royals, because I'm just in love with my own idea of the entry, because it's unique. And the album I'm showing, the contest by the way, Show Us Your Royals, so it was like the king of this, the queen of that, and I am showing The Age of Odds by Sufjan Stevens. Now, Sufjan Stevens is often labeled as a Christian artist, and he is a Christian, but he's also just an artist. You know, Christian artists, Christian music, everything has to do with that, and that's not Sufjan Stevens, even though he's on a Christian music label. I mean, there's songs about adultery and death and life, and some things involving Christianity, but lots of things not. And people hate this album. This is my favorite album from him. He was going to make, he was apparently joking, he said he was going to make a concept album for every state, and so he had made an album called Michigan and an album called Illinois, and Illinois was actually starting to get pretty popular for Sufjan Stevens, and then he disappeared for a while, and then came out with this album, and this has got a lot of electronic aspects. Before, he played like a lot of banjo and acoustic instruments, and it was kind of folky, but this is not that. I mean, it's bombastic at points. And so Chris, why is this Show Us Your Royals? So far you've mentioned nothing except Sufjan Stevens, Christian artist. What's he the king and queen of? He's nothing. The artwork is by Royal Robertson, the prophet Royal Robertson, and here's Sufjan at Royal Robertson's house. Was a schizophrenic man who predicted that the apocalypse was coming by aliens, and Sufjan was contracted to make the soundtrack for a documentary about Royal Robertson. And during the time, he was suffering from, I think, like fibromyalgia. I can't pronounce it. Damn it! The disease, the condition where everything kind of hurts. Your nerves are like on fire, and he didn't know why, and he was suffering, and Royal Robertson was suffering. So he had visions, but he was a schizophrenic. So were his visions true, or was it just schizophrenia? And also involved with Royal Robertson's art. And it's outside art, obviously. So you get this kind of 50s sci-fi thing going on, but often it talks about the infidelity of his ex-wife, often calling her a whore and lots of disparaging things, and it all gets muddled and mixed up. So, it's even hard to read. There's, some spelling mistakes. Of course, this is in standard definition, but the whole album is influenced by Royal Robertson, and I mean, this stuff has been in art museums. It's very complex, inner workings of Royal Robertson's mind, of what's going on at the end of time and how we all need to repent. And Sufjan felt a deep connection during that time. So a lot of the songs involve Royal Robertson at some point, and at one point, get right with the Lord. And that's kind of Royal Robertson. He talks to Royal Robertson through the songs, even though he's dead. Royal died. And he talks to him as if, he says at one point, "I wish I could save you," and he's talking to Royal, that, somehow his love for Royal Robertson would save him from his schizophrenia, which obviously would not work, So it's such a great album. I love it. And you see, The Day the Earth Stood Still, it's still. But again, a lot of 50s sci-fi mixed with Christianity, plus UFOs, plus songs about love and loss and being lost in the world. And it's so good. And I walked, and now that I'm older, my two favorite songs on the album. They're just gorgeous. One of my regrets in life is not driving to Asheville, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, to see Sufjan play this live. The concert is available online, which I did download, and so now I've got a beautiful video copy of it but still, that's not the same. To have seen it, you know, and he performed in these angel wings, you know, so it was like a whole thing. And I think there was like 9 people on the stage too, so sort of like your polyphonic spree. There was like a whole thing and a dance crew, and it was, you know, neon lights, and it was bizarre, and just like this album and how all the pieces fit together. So that is what I'm showing for my Royals. Jim and April, it's good to see you back. Everybody, thanks so much for watching.